As I mentioned previously, I have a daughter with a disability. And there's a woman in our community, Shelley Bear, who's a social worker, and she's really a leader in the community of people with disabilities. And we had an overlapping friend, and he introduced us. And when we got together, Shelley asked me if I would help her with a project because Shelley had initiated this project back in 2006 with another group, and they had done their first event then in Miami. It was actually called Raw Beauty at that time. And that project was so important to Shelley that it really stuck with her. And it was something that she wanted to carry forward. And of course, when I heard about the project, I just rushed to help in any way I could because it's something that made a lot of sense for me. I'm a psychiatrist, and my mission is to help people change. And oftentimes in my office, that can take weeks, months, years. But when Shelley approached me with a project that she felt had changed her life in a really short time period, I was all on board. I had written a book that came out in 2008 called The Beauty Prescription, The Complete Formula for Looking and Feeling Beautiful. And it's about how our inner and our outer beauty are so connected. So as a psychiatrist, it's hard for me to talk about outer beauty. So I thought this was a perfect melding of my professional work and this book that I'd done, and to help women feel their most beautiful and to depict themselves that way and then share it. So the idea with the Bold Beauty Project is we take inspiring women with disabilities, we pair them with volunteer photographers, as high-level photographers as we can attract, and we ask the photographer and the model to get together. And they can do this on the phone, they can do this in person. And we ask them collaboratively to decide how the woman is going to feel her boldest and her most beautiful. And what people have selected has really ranged quite widely. And then they get together and they have their photo shoot. And then they submit the images back to us. And then we curate a show. So we had about 27 models in our original Miami show that was in November of 2016 at the Bake House. And we've gone on since then to show those images again at Art Palm Beach, Art Boca, Art Concept. And we've also created shows in new cities. So we've had a wonderful team in Texas, and they've showed images in Austin, including at the City Hall, that we're very proud of. We've also exhibited in Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and right before the pandemic shut the world down, we had an amazing show in Panama, and it was our first international show. And we had 10 models and 10 photographers there. Part of our team traveled down to be with them, and it was really an extraordinary event. And then in January of 2020, the models from Panama and their families flew up, and those 10 images were shown again at Art Palm Beach. And that time we wrapped in a fashion show. It was the first time we've done that. And we called it Inclusivity is the New Black. And we had our models with disabilities alongside women who didn't have disabilities. And they showed us a really fun time. So at that point, we were planning to really blow up and grow and expand. And then, like everybody, the brakes came on. And our pivot is to continue to move forward, use the internet, and launch our virtual gallery in February.